While I went viral all over the internet cosplaying An Lingrong, performing the ice dance, using my boyfriend's specially made weight loss cream, my obese figure also became slender and charming. Just as I was striking while the iron was hot to promote my boyfriend's weight loss cream, a bullet screen comment left me stunned. That is not some weight loss cream at all. It's blood soul oil. Once you wash with it for a full 10 days, you will certainly die. Why aren't you fleeing quickly? I calculated the days, and today was exactly the 10th day you mentioned. My back instantly turned cold. At this moment, a few fans popped up. Where did this fraud come from? We are here to learn how to slim down with Sister Anne. We don't need your blessings. Hurry up and get out. If I weren't an old fan, I would have been fooled by her. Sister Anne's complexion is so good. Does she look like someone whose soul is being sucked? He just wants to leech off her popularity. Sister, ignore her. The fans' words made me quickly calm down. Ever since I became popular, it was true that all sorts of demons and monsters came into the livestream room to leech off the hype. Thinking of this, I subconsciously revealed the An family's humble smile. Big brother, if you are here to sell luck-changing clothing or something like that, then I'm sorry. I don't do that feudal superstition stuff here. After saying that, I twisted my waist and continued to dance the ice dance. The live stream's popularity soared, and the weight loss cream sold incredibly fast. If I'm guessing correctly, the thing the streamer is using isn't smeared on, it was implanted into the body by someone of the opposite sex, right? Obviously, the fans in the live stream room were also disgusted by this. My little assistant directly kicked this person out of the live stream room. I also lost my mood and hastily went offline. Before I even removed my makeup in the mirror, a pair of ice-cold hands suddenly opened from behind my shoulders. This servant has come to escort little Master An back to the palace. After being teased by my boyfriend, my mood finally improved a bit. Long hours of live streaming caused me to have frequent cervical spine pain. For this, my boyfriend specifically learned neck and shoulder massage. Just like usual, my boyfriend mixed the weight loss cream into essential oils. During the gap when my boyfriend went to change the water, my phone suddenly let out a series of vibrations. I clicked it open, and it was a backstage private message from Starry Sea. I frowned, just about to block the other party's messages, but it made my back turn cold again. The implantation I mentioned means it is padded in by someone of the opposite sex through the acupuncture points on your shoulders and neck. A person has 2 yang lamps located on the left and right shoulders respectively. The soul-sucking oil can only be padded into the body through there. At the speed you mentioned, you must have had your soul sucked through shoulder padding. Think carefully. Has someone of the opposite sex been frequently patting your shoulders recently? Baby, the water is here. I learned a new technique this time. Let me give your shoulders a good patting. Looking at the essential oil in his hand, pitch black, without any labels, I suddenly felt an unprecedented fear. Thinking carefully, me losing 100 pounds in these 10 days was indeed bizarre. Even for celebrities, losing this much weight would take a year. If this kind of medicine really existed, wouldn't celebrities have used it long ago? The only explanation was just one. What Starry Sea said was true. What my boyfriend was using on me was entirely a soul-sucking blood drug. The more I thought about it, the more afraid I became. I suddenly feel a bit nauseous. I want to go to the bathroom. I just applied the essential oil. Your shoulders are all wet. Be obedient. Let me finish patting the medicine in for you before you go. My boyfriend's smile disappeared, replaced by a face of gloomy coldness. I became even more terrified, lied that I had diarrhea and couldn't hold it in, and immediately rushed into the bathroom. Just as I locked the door, I saw that Starry Sea had sent several messages in a row. Using yang to attack yin, the yin energy travels upward. That is not cervical spine pain at all. Your life is being sucked away. Although I didn't understand these things, I could realize the severity of it and hurriedly asked, "Then what should I do?" Right now, you just need to block the dirty things inside your body from continuing to suck your soul. You'd better hurry up and go bask in the moonlight. Hearing his words, I subconsciously wanted to go to the balcony, but I froze when I touched the door handle. The bathroom door was translucent. My boyfriend's silhouette was pressing straight against the door. Was he really staring at me? Fortunately, the moon was very bright today. The moment the moonlight shone on my shoulders, a strong, damp, foul stench rushed straight into my nasal cavity. It seemed Starry Sea was right. My boyfriend really had gotten dirty things into my body. Are you done yet?" I didn't know how to respond to him, but his voice became more and more urgent. "Why did you lock the door? Let's open the door." "Open it for a bit, ha 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 ha." I subconsciously wanted to escape, but my head was heavy and my feet were light. I stretched out and collapsed. As my consciousness blurred, I saw his left hand carrying a large box and also a bag. The thing inside the bag was long, like a cutting tool. What Starry Sea said was true. How could it be? He really wants to harm you. "Baby, you're finally awake. You scared me to death." I got up in confusion and found that strange talisman papers were pasted on my shoulders. What is going on here? "These 2 talismans are protective tools I begged for you. You almost had an accident just now. If I hadn't rushed in time, you might have lost your life." I was completely bewildered. My boyfriend said he was also bewildered at the time. Later, through his mom, he inquired about a master from his hometown, and only then found out that I had encountered a Zimu ghost. The Zimu ghost is best at bewitching people's hearts and making the host suspect people around them. Then it makes the host willingly walk into its trap, letting a person have their soul stolen without realizing it. "Baby, at that time when you went into the bathroom and didn't come out for a long time, I felt it was strange. I never dared to tell you that there are genetic things in that weight loss cream. After applying it, if the evil yin energy is not immediately patted away, it is very dangerous. Nowadays, there are some charlatans who rely on life-deceiving ghosts to steal people's lives. Tell me honestly, have you been bewitched by someone?" My boyfriend's words made me extremely fearful in retrospect, but when the words reached my mouth, I still shook my head, lying that I was just feeling suffocated recently, and seeing the good moonlight outside, I opened the curtains. My boyfriend visibly breathed a sigh of relief and said it was best that there was nothing. "Do you still remember what day it is today?" He took out that large box, opened it, and it was a rose cake. He then pulled out 2 bottles of red wine from the bag. I thought for a moment. Today wasn't my birthday either. "You little fool! Today is our 100-day anniversary of knowing each other." Under the warm-colored lamplight, my boyfriend's shadow was even clearer than mine. He stroked my head and said, "I originally wanted to have some romance with you. I didn't expect so many things to happen. Promise me. Be obedient and listen to me. Don't be like this again." My boyfriend said he had also stewed pigeon soup for me in the pot, and he went to serve it. My boyfriend's actions made me feel both warm and ashamed. He was clearly treating me with such sincerity, yet I listened to the words of a strange netizen and was full of doubts and suspicions toward him. It really shouldn't be so. As soon as my boyfriend left, Starry Sea sent his message over as if he had telepathy. "How is it? The yin energy is completely expelled, right? As long as you force those things out, you are temporarily safe." Truly, a lingering ghost. I decided not to listen to this fraud Starry Sea's nonsense anymore, and coldly replied, "Thanks to you, my boyfriend appeared in time and helped me get my life back. Even a fool knows that ghosts don't have shadows, but my boyfriend's shadow is even clearer than mine. I never said your boyfriend was a ghost. A life-sucking ghost cannot directly mate with a human anyway. I guess your boyfriend is at most possessed by a life-sucking ghost. The life-sucking ghost first uses his body to draw out yin with yang, and then applies its power to suck the life. I found it a bit convoluted to listen to, and was just about to directly block him, but he suddenly changed the subject. Are there talismans pasted on your shoulders? Tear them off quickly, your birth chart is on them. I half-believingly and half-doubtingly tore off the talismans on my shoulders. Sure enough, on the back was my birth chart. I didn't even turn on the video. How did he know? Could he really be a master? Could my boyfriend really be manipulated? I hurriedly asked Starry Sea what to do. Starry Sea said, "I sent you a courier package. It will arrive immediately." The moment I received the message, the courier came to the door. I opened it and saw it was a talisman full of astrological positions. This talisman looked even less like a good thing. This is a talisman drawn with black dog blood. Quickly paste it on your chest. Otherwise, your boyfriend, who is harmed by the ghost, will definitely be terrified. I was still a bit half-believing and half-doubting, but thinking carefully, if my boyfriend was manipulated, I could protect myself by pasting the talisman. If he wasn't, it wouldn't do me any harm either. I held my breath and pasted that talisman spell onto my chest. Just as I pasted it, my boyfriend came over. He was just about to hug me, but when his hands just touched my shoulders, "Baby, what's wrong with you? Stinky bitch, leave me alone." "Shasha, I'm sorry, it's my fault, I couldn't protect you well." I was still found by him. Him? Who is he? Could it be that you didn't notice it at all? Before I could answer, my boyfriend said on his own that he originally didn't want to tell me, always worrying that I would be afraid. Recently, something unclean had indeed entered the house. And furthermore, it had harmed a person's body. But that person wasn't him. It was me. My boyfriend said that people losing weight have the weakest yang energy. I was just manipulated by that thing just now, and almost even killed him. I still didn't understand. Didn't they say black dog blood is for killing ghosts? My boyfriend said, although black dog blood is heavy yang, it's different when attached to a body that has basked in the moonlight. He then asked me if I felt unwell. I shook my head and said I had been very well recently. I didn't even dream when sleeping at night. Mind control first. You don't even dream anymore. That exactly proves your consciousness has already been controlled. Ansia, you haven't forgotten how we met, right? I swore I would protect you for a lifetime, and I definitely can do it. But promise me to only listen to my words. Absolutely do not believe anyone else, okay? My boyfriend's words touched me again. Indeed, ever since we got together, he had always taken care of me meticulously. My name is Ansia. Originally, I worked as a streamer in a live stream e-commerce company. Because my understanding of the merchandise was extremely thorough, I could always move consumers when introducing products, and very quickly I became the streamer with the highest sales volume in this company. There was also a very pretty streamer in the company, who always sat firmly at second place. Once, I accepted an interview. I truthfully shared my own working methods, saying I would spend a large amount of time studying the details of the merchandise, and that what truly moves consumers are the details, not the outward appearance. But when the interview was broadcast, my words were maliciously edited into another meaning. I was made to say that the eternal second place had no actual ability and only relied on her looks. As soon as the video came out, public opinion exploded. Fans scolded me for being scheming, said I was jealous. Peers even kicked me while I was down. and the whole internet was filled with voices scolding me. Just at the most desperate moment, an unfamiliar account posted the complete interview video. In the video, I was very restrained from beginning to end, and the words I said were completely different from the edited version. The truth was revealed, and public opinion rapidly reversed. That account that helped me release the complete video is my current boyfriend. My boyfriend said every fat person is a potential stalk, and he would do his utmost to help me transform. Initially, I was half believing and half doubting these words. I didn't expect that not long after we got together, he actually did it. Thinking carefully about the past, I suddenly felt I was being absurd again. If a person wanted to harm me, why would he go through the trouble of giving me a new life? I suddenly felt extremely guilty, decided not to believe Starry Sea's ghost stories anymore, tightly hugged my boyfriend, and promised I would listen to his words well. My boyfriend dotingly kissed me on the forehead. He said the soup he stewed for me was probably getting cold, and told me to drink a mouthful as soon as possible before it completely cooled down. My boyfriend handed the soup to me, then went to take out the trash. I absent-mindedly took a sip. As soon as it entered my mouth, my brain and consciousness quickly covered my throat, spreading to my ears. My ears buzzed, and my nose also felt like it was blocked by something. I couldn't make a sound, and my next step was to knock on my throat. After a bout of violent vomiting, my ears, nose, and mouth all had a feeling of being completely blocked. My eyes also became somewhat blurred. I was terrified. My whole body couldn't stop shaking. My phone lit up again. "Do not drink the soup! Do not drink the soup! Do not drink the soup!" This wind-sealing soup made of spicy oil. If you drink it, you will become a wind-sealed shell, and you will undoubtedly die. I directly called Starry Sea on voice chat. After Starry Sea knew my situation, he told me to quickly pluck 3 hairs, burn them to ashes, put them into the water kettle, and drink it down. I hurriedly did as told. After consuming a large kettle of water, my mouth and nose really did clear up. I was going crazy, not knowing who to believe. Starry Sea said calmly, "If you sincerely want to survive, then listen to me. Stay calm. Try your best not to alert the snake in the grass for now." I said I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't believe anyone anymore. I wanted to escape. Starry Sea, however, said I had already been targeted, and the chances of escaping were not high. He asked me if I had heard any strange sounds at night recently. I said I lived in the suburbs and it was very quiet. Except for hearing the roosters crowing when I went for my morning run at 4 o'clock every day, I basically hadn't heard any sounds. Starry Sea, however, said, "That's not right. In your situation, you probably can't escape. The step before soul-sucking is soul-bewitching. If I haven't calculated incorrectly, the time of your daily morning run is not 4 o'clock at all, but the most yin time of 1 o'clock in the morning. Even that is not a normal rooster, but a soul-summoning bird bewitching your soul." My morning run is set by a 4 o'clock alarm clock. I'm not so muddled that I can't recognize the time. My brain was getting more and more chaotic now. I didn't plan to believe anyone anymore. I just wanted to leave first thing tomorrow morning. Starry Sea said helplessly, "Then you can try walking along that track you take for your morning run and see." The next day, the alarm clock rang on time. I deliberately glanced at the wall clock, and it similarly pointed to 4 o'clock. No mistake. Although I felt Starry Sea was indeed outrageous, my boyfriend's recent abnormalities were also too many. For safety's sake, I still decided to leave first. Taking advantage of my boyfriend being fast asleep, I quietly slipped out. The strange thing was, I was clearly driving all the way towards the outside of the city, but it was foggy. When getting on the highway, I couldn't see the road anymore. Before my eyes was only a vast, boundless, heavy fog. I drove for what seemed like half a day, and finally still turned onto that morning run road on the back mountain. This road was one my boyfriend brought me to. My boyfriend once said it was quiet here, not far from home, and there were households living on the mountain, so there was no need to worry about safety issues. Having me do my morning run here made him at ease. At this time, outside the car window, the rising and falling cries rang out again, making me curious. I decided to get out of the car and take a look to see if these cries were really coming from the mountain villagers' homes. Following the sound, I went from the small mountain to the place, but what I saw stunned me. There were no mountain villagers on the mountain at all. In front of me was a large graveyard. All around the wild area were nothing but burial mounds. The wild grass made a rustling sound in the wind. A sharp rooster crow actually came from the bottom of the mounds. Listening closely, it also sounded somewhat like a frog croaking. The more I listened, the more I felt my scalp go numb. Terrified, I took to my heels and ran back, but the road grew darker and darker. I suddenly realized something was wrong. I had been out for almost 2 hours now. Even if it was winter, it should be getting light. Why was it still pitch black? As I turned on my phone's flashlight, I saw a message from the landlord. "2 kids. I just wanted to tell you that you young tenants are too careless. A girl, alone? Why are you running by yourself on the back mountain at 1 o'clock in the morning every day?" The time displayed on the software and the phone's time were different. Damn it, it turned out all the clocks in the house had been adjusted, including my phone. It seemed I really was waking up at 1 o'clock to run. Every time I came back from running, I would go back to sleep. And when I woke up, it was daytime again, so I never noticed. Unfortunately, understanding this was already a bit late. Turning around, getting closer and closer, in the wild grass by the roadside, it seemed there were thousands of black shadows shuttling back and forth. I was extremely frightened, mustering all the strength of my life to run down the mountain towards the place with streetlights. I finally managed to run to the place, but I despaired. What entered my eyes was still the mass grave. I gritted my teeth and continued to run, but no matter how I ran, I would always end up stopping at the mass grave in the end. Exhausted and weak, I fell to my knees on the ground, unable to run anymore. "Aja, come here quickly! Come here quickly! Come here quickly!" Is it older sister? I was overjoyed, strength suddenly returning to my body, and I rushed towards her. My sister quickly grabbed me, leading me all the way running towards the road flashing with white light. My sister's hands were so warm, and she was still wearing the kind of braided pigtails from when we were little. When we were young, our family was poor. Because I was fat and had a big appetite, everyone in the family hated me. Only my sister was good to me, secretly stuffing delicious food to me, and even sharing her own new clothes for me to wear. But I didn't know what happened. After growing up, not only did I never contact my sister again, but even my memories regarding my sister became blurred. I ran behind my sister's thin and small back, desperately trying to recall things from after growing up. Helplessly, my memory seemed to be missing a piece, and I couldn't remember why at all. Logically speaking, it shouldn't be. Starry Sea asked me if I was safe. I told him I was fine. My sister hurried over to help me. Starry Sea, however, suddenly hung up the phone and switched to popping a message over. He asked me where my sister came from. This question stumped me. "Then you secretly take a photo of your sister and send it to me." I took a very blurry picture and sent it over. "Not good. Your sister died a long time ago. Stop quickly. What? An Xia. An Xia. An Xia, wake up a bit. She is not your sister at all. I wanted to stop, but my sister had the strength of 1,000 pounds. Finally, even if I wanted to stop, I couldn't. Let me die then. I've really had enough. I am willing, even if I die by my sister's hands. Quickly, bite the tip of your tongue. The moment the blood blister submerged my mouth and nose, I bit my tongue. My sister suddenly disappeared. Under Starry Sea's guidance, I chanted the heart-clearing mantra and reached the roadside. He told me that after getting back into the car, I shouldn't think about anything, just close my eyes and look forward. But the moment the car headlights lit up, I was dumbfounded. The 30,000 cold mountain lights made your shattered mosquitoes actually fold. That year, when I was 10, my sister and I went to the mountain to gather herbs and encountered a bear. My sister hid me, and she lured the bear to the edge of the cliff. My sister never grew up at all. She died. This was not my sister. My sister died a long time ago. I was numb to death, recklessly driving forward. I didn't expect that when the fog dissipated, the car actually returned to the entrance of the residential compound. As soon as I came back, I saw the message sent by Starry Sea. You were hit by an illusion. You basically can't run out. I drew a talisman for you. You copy it and draw it on your chest. Xiaoxia, are you still believing that person? No. The fog was heavy today. I got lost during my morning run, and my phone ran out of credit. Luckily, I met a passerby. Do you know, he is lying to you. You are being deceived. Can't you tell? Open the door. It seemed Starry Sea was right. My boyfriend really wanted to harm me. Unable to care about that much, I immediately drew the talisman paper according to Starry Sea's instructions and pasted it on my chest. Very soon, intense fighting sounds rang out outside the door. I thought it was Starry Sea who had come. As a result, through the peephole, I saw my boyfriend tied up on the ground. Completely bewildered, I asked the landlord what exactly was the situation. This boyfriend of yours and the people outside are coordinating from the inside and outside. First, they use various methods to make your spirit collapse. And then, when your spirit is collapsing, they hold a soul-stealing ceremony. What exactly this soul-stealing is used for, I'm still not clear. Isn't it Starry Sea? Why does your room have a smell of salt? It's my room. The living room has an array. The living room already has an array set up, with incense burning on the table. It must be bad. Come out quickly. Once this wall extinguishes, it will start sucking your soul fire. Okay, I'll come out right now. Uncle Landlord, fortunately I held something back. Having experienced so many bizarre events, I had long since stopped believing anyone. So before going out the door, I hid a fruit knife on my body just in case. I didn't expect the landlord really did have a problem. In the end, Uncle Hat told me the whole story of the incident. It turned out the landlord and my boyfriend were the ones in cahoots. The landlord's daughter lost her intelligence due to an accident. A post seeking help on the internet was discovered by my boyfriend. My boyfriend told the landlord he could find a female born on the exact same year, month, and day to swap souls. If the soul swap succeeded, the landlord's daughter would gain a new soul. The price was that my boyfriend wanted a large sum of money. The two struck a deal. My boyfriend found me on the internet and directed and staged an entire cyberbullying incident all by himself. Originally, everything was going smoothly, but the appearance of Starry Sea made things become more and more uncontrollable. When I locked the door, my boyfriend had already realized the matter was exposed, so he discussed with the landlord to put on a play where the villain had been caught. To lower my vigilance. He indeed successfully got his hands on me. But the landlord didn't expect me to have a weapon. During the struggle, I stabbed the big head. My boyfriend didn't know I had pasted Starry Sea's protective amulet. His sneak attack failed, and he was also counter-killed. Uncle Starry Sea, happy Mid-Autumn Festival. My name is Insia. See you in the next story.